Hi, my 7th graders. How are you guys? I am here to give you a video to allow you to view it as many times as you need to in order to get the understanding for the distributive property. Now, we talked about it a little bit, but you really need to get a good understanding of the distributive property, because from now on we're going to be using it to simplify expressions and solve equations, okay? Because we're going to have to simplify first. You need to get the understanding on this particular property. It helps us to do the work without mistake. Let's look at a few examples together, okay? Example number 1. I am going to multiply 5 times 17. Now, how am I going to do it? I'm going to break it into pieces, smaller pieces, and that's going to look like the distributive property of 5, open parentheses, and I'm going to add 2 numbers that will equal 17. 2 very easy numbers, and from that I will be able to get my answer pretty much mentally, which is the best way to do your math quickly and accurately, is in the mind, and that is without mistake. Okay, how do I break 17 into 2 parts? I can say 5 is my multiplier times 10 plus what will give me 17? You're right, 7. Okay, now this makes it so easy to multiply without mistake. What's 5 times 10? 50. What's 5 times 7? Plus 35. Because 5 times 10 is 50. There it is. Plus 5 times 7 is 35. Okay? So, once we add the 50 plus the 35, we'll know 5 times 17 is 85, boys and girls, without mistake. Now, isn't that easy? Let's do 7 times 23 without mistake. That will look like, and I'll do it over here so that I can have more room, 7 is my multiplier times 20 plus 3. Breaking that 23 up into 2 parts gives us 20 plus 3. 7 times 20, boys and girls, all we need is 7 times 2 is 14, and attach 1 0 to complete that part of the product. So it's 140. Plus 7 times 3, which is 21. Now we can figure out very quickly, without mistake, 7 times 23 is actually equal to 161. Is the final answer, without mistake. The distributive property is phenomenal when you're working with fractions or decimals. Let's look at one with a fraction. I'm going to say 6 times 3 1/2. 6 times 3 1/2 can be broken down into 2 parts. 6 times 3 plus 1/2. We can quickly get that answer. 6 times 3 is 18 plus, what's 1/2 of 6? 3. And 18 plus 3 is 21. So 6 times 3 1/2 is 21. The distributive property is phenomenal, and you will use it plenty of times. That's why we've put it on this video, so that you can benefit from using the distributive property. All right, one more, and I'm going to pause, and we're going to come back with more on the distributive property. It's especially useful not just for addition, but can be used for subtraction as well. Let's say 9 times 20 minus 2. That's the same as saying 9 times what? 18. And that is equal to 9 times 20 is 180 minus 18. 9 times 2. 180 minus 18, we'll do that over to the side. 180 minus 18, you know we have to rename. 10 take away 8 is 2. 7 take away 1 is 6. 1 take away nothing is 1. The final answer is 162. Without mistake, using the distributive property. How do you like that? It's awesome.